Alright, hey everyone, Noah Walker here with my video series, Accumulated Knowledge for Team Cardhoarder. We just ran through a league, a one and done league with Jerry Thompson's Grixis Control deck from GP Columbus. Yeah, he top 16 with it. Deck's really sweet. Didn't end up going as well as we planned. The 1 days was super weird. I boarded it out a lot of times. It was on the draw a lot, and I just forgot to bring it in a couple times when I was on the play. So I didn't get to test how good it would be. There were a couple times though that I just drew it and it was really good. So maybe he should play more days, aka maybe he should just move this deck to my list. No, I'm playing. But no, this deck definitely has a lot of merit to it. Painful Truths was a great card. So was Jace. Won us some matches that otherwise maybe not wouldn't have been won to a Grixis Delver type deck or something. Yeah, the card that was basically as bad as I thought it was going to be was Abrupt Decay. There was just a couple times when I drew it and the mana base couldn't really afford to cast it, which I feel like happens more than people would think in this deck. I see a lot of people get greedy and play these 4-color mana bases. In the last round we played against this deck, that it was Abrupt Decay, Tarmogoyf, Brainstorm, Lightning Bolt. How do you play these decks with all these super greedy CMCs? It's so hard to cast everything unless you just are playing against a deck that never tries to mess with your mana and you have a Deathrite Shaman on turn 1 every game. If those things don't happen, it's so greedy to play cards like Abrupt Decay in your deck. But it's definitely, I understand it. It's definitely mainly there for the Miracles decks because it's one of the only cards that can consistently get you out of the lock. And it has other applications too, so it makes sense to me. I understand why people would want to play it, but it's too greedy for my blood. I'm not in love with Abrupt Decay, but everything else was really good. Never got to really play with the Is It Staticaster too much. All the other cards I've played with tons though, and they're great. The main deck Belvalstrix was great too. This is just one of my favorite cards. I could even consider main decking some copies in a Delver deck or something, but it's not really aggressive, which is why it makes sense that a lot of Delver decks don't main deck it. It's more of a Shardless-y card. So this is basically Shardless Grixis almost, but it's more of a Cabal Therapy, Young Pyromancer value deck. But yeah, Gurmag Angler is fantastic as always. Force of Will, I hate this card. I don't know why it's even good, but it's definitely great. I just hate the card. Yeah, no, the deck is fun. Would maybe play again. I don't know. It'd probably take some convincing for me to have to play it again, but it wasn't horrible. I won't say it was horrible because it wasn't. Edict has some good applications. Never got to really use it too well. Invasive Surgery is a sweet one though. I drew it a couple times, never got to cast it, but I'm sure this card is sweet. I don't even know if I had Delirium when I had drawn it, but even just that effect, even though it's existed previously in Legacy, the fact that possibly being able to have Delirium is just a huge threat. So I think the card's great. I think the list is solid. Probably needs some tuning. Columbus was a couple months ago at this point, so 3 or 4. So, but yeah, it's sweet. Definitely try it out if you are so inclined to playing, grindier style Delver decks. It really just does feel like a post-board Delver deck in a lot of the times. So, yeah. Hope you guys had as much fun watching this video as I had making it, and thank you again so much for tuning in to my video series, Accumulated Knowledge. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week with a new brew. No, it'll probably just be some combo deck in Legacy or something. I'll be playing it for the next 3 weeks for my content. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Have a good weekend.